Hey guys, this is Pixel Dan coming to you from the 2018 New York Toy Fair at the Playmates Toys booth, and we're going to talk about Voltron with Jeff. How's it going, Jeff?
Great, great. Voltron Legendary Defender. We're here where we're about to go into season 5 of the show in the next couple months, so that'll be on Netflix, and we're showcasing all of our ongoing collectibles here and a few new things that we got coming out in the fall of this year.
Very cool. Yeah, so there's some new stuff I'm seeing here, which I'm really excited to get to. But let's go ahead and start with what's behind us here, because I do notice there's a few new figures. The pilots just recently hit stores. I think it was Shiro, Lance, and Keith, but we were missing some, and I see them on the table back here.
They're on the table. We've got 2 waves on the table here. The 8 we launched with, Voltron and the Lions and a Row Beast. Then we launched the 3 pilots you mentioned this fall with another version of Voltron. They kind of slowly found their way into all the stores, depending on how much inventory the mass retailers had, and some are on Amazon and things like that. And as those pull through, we've got a couple new waves ready to go. You'll see stealth versions of the Lions as they appear in the show. That's also ready to go when the assortment needs some refresh. And you'll see 3 pilots behind that. Of course, you got Pidge and Hunk, which also have Allure in her pilot outfit. So those are ready to go when that assortment rolls out.
Excellent. Yeah, seeing Allure was really exciting, so I'm glad to see that. The translucent stealth Voltron Lions, that's very cool looking, little surprise there. But I did want to ask too, because like you kind of mentioned with the 3 other pilots, they kind of trickled out, and they're actually, a lot of people are having a hard time finding those. Are you planning to maybe push them back out still, or continue pushing those out with the other pilots?
Yeah, we've still got availability. We have them on hand. It's
okay.
Really a matter of each retailer and how much they had on hand and how much they're getting to shelf, and it flowing through the operation system. So it really wasn't very fast or immediate across the board in around October when they came out.
Gotcha. I think last year you had some other figures on display as well. Weren't there some villains, or do you guys maybe have a Lotor coming?
We had a few more Row Beasts and some Lotors. Those aren't in the plans right now.
Okay.
Not in the next 2 waves anyway, which is what we figure we might get out in 2018. So you'll see the 2 we've got, and again, those are going to be based on demand when we flow through the current inventory. And like you said, we got more pilots we still have to see pull through. So it's really a matter of us responding to what happens at retail.
Gotcha.
So the other Row Beasts, face of the Row Beasts track behind all these others.
Right.
Lotor, great villain, but that's tracking behind the 2 waves you're seeing today.
Okay, gotcha. So can the same be said for the larger Lions that had the pilots that fit inside them? Because we saw those too last year.
Yeah, we develop those near the beginning of the line. We like to develop everything we could think of right at the beginning.
Right.
And then it becomes, all right, when's the right time to go to retail with this? So at one point, that price point moved from a spring to a fall. I don't know how much visibility you've had into this, but it was clearly dependent on when the pilots got out, and if the pilots were strong enough that you could do a SKU that's relies on you buying another pilot and playing at that scale. So we pushed it back for now until we really get a complete saturation of the pilots.
Gotcha.
And like you said, it's been really slow to get the pilots out there everywhere. We hear from a lot of people who are still looking for them.
Yeah.
All we can say is that they're coming, they're finding their way out there. Try online for all the retailers, or online through Amazon, because a lot of people can get them that way.
Cool.
But
Okay.
they
That's
are.
good to hear. So we got your legendary Lions over here that combine the main Voltron, which is the one you guys launched with.
Yep.
Very cool set. And recently you just came out with the 84 Voltron as well, and I just recently put that together, and that's super fun toy as well.
Yep.
So these are going to continue shipping?
Continue shipping. Like you said, the classic Voltron 84 just seeded itself into that same ongoing assortment, where you got the 4, let's call them still legendary Lions, the combined ones that combine with the electronic black Lion. So you've got classic in those in that format, and that'll continue. It's probably 100% classic right now when you open up a master carton.
Yeah.
And as we go further into the year, we'll just track what sells across the board, and we'll mix it maybe 50-50 then legendary and classic, and we'll see how that pulls through. We anticipate by the fall we'll probably need a refresh. So we got a whole new kind of recolored, retooled version of Legendary Defender, and I'll show you that up close in a little bit.
Okay, great. Well, before we get to that, with the 84 Voltron, I know a lot of people have been asking me specifically if you guys have any plans to do anything else with that classic Voltron series, maybe in the action figure realm with some of those pilots.
Yeah, we've developed, in the action figure realm, we've developed some of the Lions that don't combine, that have play features. We've developed them in die-cast as well.
Okay.
And kind of like I said with everything else, we're waiting to seed those in after we kind of run the gamut, with the current stuff that's out there. So you won't see them at this show today.
Right.
But we have developed them, we got them on the back burner. Like I said, we develop as much as we can, and then we see how long we can go with it.
Okay, sounds great. Well, let's go over there and check out this brand new Voltron that you have on display.
All right. Well, we call this the Hyperphase Legendary Voltron. This is a redecoration a little bit of the Legendary Voltron. That's the line we started with based on the current TV show. We've decorated with the blue, that's kind of the quintessence Force energy, but you will see different battle packs, different things that go on the Lions, and those are as seen in the show, as manifested in the show. And you've got a real cool profile, different wing on Voltron, and that's seen in the show as well. So it's a nice little update coming out towards this fall. And one more thing here specifically, the battle packs that fit on the Lions actually were designed to stay on Voltron when he's in this mode. Okay. So you shouldn't need to take them off to combine Voltron. You could have all these different battle packs hanging off his arms.
Really?
And shoot actually stay on his shins during
missiles and discs and all kinds of stuff.
Bulked up all over the place, but it does look nice, at least on the arms, to have the blaster there as well as an option.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, was there anything else specifically you wanted to talk about with Voltron? Looks like that. I think we covered all the new stuff. That's
most of the stuff, and the main SKUs are the ones that combine. We've had the most success with those. You know, I know we've got a lot of good action figure collectors out there, but we kind of went toyetic with that, especially with the Lions, with their firing missiles and battling features. But the collectors and most of the people gravitating to Voltron are anything I can combine, 5-in-1, you know, the die-cast, the legendary, that's really the payoff. We do have a few standalones like the action figures and the great Voltrons here, you know, the 14-inch Voltron with all the lights and sounds, fantastic engineering. In the second spring, we went to a lower price point version, kind of for mass, but that'll allow more people to collect that straight Voltron if they need it. Nice. That's just appearing on shelves now.
Actually, I just saw that not so long ago. Very cool.
Thanks.
Awesome. Well, Jeff, thank you so much for walking us through everything Voltron. It looks like you guys have a lot of really cool stuff coming out here.
Thank you. Love your support.
Awesome. Well, there you guys go. A look at Voltron here at the 2018 New York Toy Fair.
Stay up to date with Pixel Dan at Toy Fair. Follow at Pixel Dan on Twitter or /Pixel Dan on YouTube.com. Thanks for tuning in to your premier source for all things toys, Pixel Dan. See you again.